Welcome back to Crown League. This is Akota speaking. I am joined by Hockey, but right now he's taking a little break as he just woke up because he's not considerate of the stream whatsoever. And we have Iconic Crew versus Ascendo Europe. On the left, we have the blue team banning first, and on the right, we're going to have Ascendo. Right, a bit of a dead, slow drafting. I'm not giving them time to think, etc, etc, so it's a pretty nice game start. We're going to see the carry getting banned out, a pretty basic ban right now in the Pro League and in the ranked scene, so you'd expect either a Diggy getting banned afterwards, maybe even a 1-1, a Nolan has been pretty annoying. I mean, even considering you can ban some fighters, and it's going to be a Hanzo ban actually, probably a target ban to the enemy side, to the blue side. But so far, it looks a bit basic, yeah, like old ranked bans when carry was very good and Hanzo was pretty new. So it's a bit busted, reminiscing on the old days. We're probably going to see a mage ban, I believe, probably a Novario or a Aurora. Maybe a Nana as well, she was pretty strong in the recent patches. And let's see, you can't say much in drafting, you have to wait for teams to think, they have to take their time. If you just do it foolishly and ban as soon as you can, it's going to be bad for you, if you don't know what you're doing. And it's going to be an export ban. Yep, he's pretty annoying in the XP lane, even in the jungle, he's a pretty good flex pick.
Time to drop the beat of the flesh.
Team is banning.
You can't do much about it. And a Joy, wow, I didn't even realize there was a Joy getting banned, but yeah, that's again a pretty basic ban, but she's very strong. She has Purify on her ultimate skill, she has a lot of annoying dashes, she can get away from everything, and Matilda, a very strong support right now. She can just help everyone on the team. She has healing, she has a lot of escapability, and she, not only she's tanky, and she has CC immunity on her ultimate. And I wish we're going to see a very weird ban beside the Hanzo, maybe another fighter ban, an Arlott or a Ruby. Even a Guinevere would work right here, because considering how strong she is, it's a must do. But so far so good. As I said, the teams are thinking, and it's pretty well, but as I said, probably a Guinevere ban we're looking at right here.
Do you want to make friends?
And it's going to be a Nana actually, leaving both Ruby and Guinevere open, so it's a pretty good start for either teams. Leaving Aurora open, a pretty strong tower dive hero with her freezing capabilities. Cici was also left open, interesting. But she can get countered pretty nicely by a Terizla, a Yuzhong, something can tank the damage, because how you counter Cici, you just get close to her, and the more close to her, the more she's gonna target you, because it's not based on attack or like HP range, it's based on the close target proximity. We're probably going to see maybe an Aurora getting picked out, maybe a Guinevere Ruby, something along the lines. Right, and yeah, but I mean, they're hovering over the gourd right now. I mean, that leaves a lot to be desired, and it's going to be the Guinevere, as I said, and probably the Ruby. No, the Diggy actually. Diggy could be a pretty good pick to counter the counter of Guinevere. But it's going to be the Vexana getting picked out, leaving the Ruby and the Diggy. So that's a pretty strange ban, let's say. I mean, let's hope they're going to see something getting picked out, because it's a pretty bad deal not to pick Ruby right here. Even the Roam or XP position, she's pretty strong, but that with a CC pick that leaves just their own. And the Diggy also very good pick against Guinevere, Vexana, nonetheless. Cloud's a very mobile, I would say, gold laner, but you know, we've seen everything so far. Maybe we're going to see a Cloud jungle, and it's going to be the Faramis getting picked out.
To live is to trick the Reaper.
But still, that leaves a lot of picks open that should have been picked already. The Ruby, as I said, the Dig is open. That just gives them so many chances. Maybe in a Valentina XP could work against this Faramis right here. But it's going to be a Minotaur getting picked out. And Dig is still left open? I doubt or they ban it right now. Very, very strange drafting phase right now. And that's it, the Dig is getting banned out. Probably on the next ban is either going to be a target jungler or roam ban coming from a team ASCENDO EU. But still, Team Iconic Crew has a pretty nice solid draft consistent around the Faramis Claude combo. Both of them that can dive towers, can live without getting hit almost. With no repercussion, I would say. Just the Faramis popping the Cold Tartar, getting the Nether Realm buff, the Claude tower diving with the Blazing Duet. And the Ruby getting banned out. They banned the counter to Guinevere, interesting. As I said, probably a jungler or a roam ban right now is probably going to see the Tigreal getting banned out. Are probably going to see a Funny along the lines getting banned out, maybe even a Kufra, and it's going to be a Barat. Arlot still open, Yuzhong still open, Lapu Lapu still open. Leaves a lot of great picks for Team ASCENDO.
I will choose my own path.
And there goes the Arlot I was talking about. Interesting. It's almost like they have game knowledge. But we're probably going to see the XP laner getting picked up for Team ASCENDO and leaving the gold laner for us to not get countered super heavily. Strange as well.
It's my way or the highway.
And it's going to be the Iksha getting picked out, a very good hero in this ban phase selection. Minotaur Guinevere can give us a lot of support with the CC knockup. And she just has a lot of range there, full barrage as well. She just has to stay far behind, and that's what you want from Maxi, to stay far behind, being protected and doing a lot of damage, dishing out the taunt. The Tigreal was still left open, but Minotaur counters him pretty heavily. So I'd say they need something that can go inside, maybe even a Frank, maybe a suppress for the Guinevere, a Kaja Franco would work. If they could hit the hooks on Frank, would be very good. The more you suppress the Guinevere or the Minotaur is going to be better for Team Iconic Crew. Even so, the Mart is a good pick here, yeah. And it's going to be a Kufra getting picked out. Interesting. They don't have a lot of dashes on Team ASCENDO. And the Noland is going to get picked out. He doesn't have the Purify skill because he was just recently nerfed in the recent patch. Yuzhong left open. Teresa left open. Lapu Lapu still open. Even Tamus could work very well versus the Team of Iconic Crew. But still, you can't just base the game off the picks. So we're just going to have to wait for them to finish.
Rise beyond greatness and
the Yuzhong gets locked in. Very, very nice pick so far. I like the Faramis, I like the CC, but I do not like the Kufra being there. A bit of an interesting drafting phase. Even so, more interesting is the Ruby getting banned out to get the only counter he could have taken off the Guinevere. I mean, they could have first picked the Guinevere as well. But still, I mean, maybe it's a strat. And as you're saying, the game is about to start. Interesting. Can't wait to see how the match is going to play out. Both of the teams are fairly strong, they're on fairly equal grounds, so it's going to be a bit better for them. And we're going to get for a slow start right now. They're going to start on the red buff side. Actually, no. They're going for an early XP gank for Team Iconic Crew and for an early XP gank as well for Team ASCENDO. Very, very nice. Both of the fighters have a lot of lifesteal, a lot of just healing capabilities, so it's going to be nice to see them play out. But of course, the Vengeance on the CC, Petrify on the Yu Zhong makes them more valuable. The Furious Dive, Petrify combo on the Yu Zhong, it's a menace. Top lane starting off slow, the Ixia zoning out a bit. The Yu Zhong is getting poked out heavily by the city. Might be a first blood if the Yu Zhong is not careful. And Petrify gets used. Vengeance was used a bit earlier. Both XP laners are very low HP. The Vexana is moving towards the bot lane to try to maybe get a kill on the CC. She moves forward, misses both of her skills, and just out-rotates out. The Guinevere jumps on a Nolan, forcing him to use a retribution on the small creep. Minotaur there. A lot of damage upon the Nolan. Yu Zhong forced to back on the top lane. The Kufra is assisting the Cloud, maybe to look on a jump for the Ixia. I mean, that would be the best play, but still, the Ixia can flicker out if she times correctly. And the first level 4 is going to be the Nolan, who's heading for a top lane gank right now. The Fracture does a lot of damage in the early game, even so in the mid to late game. Minotaur does a very nice boost check, but no. Danzi falls at the hands of Minotaur. Both Ixia and Minotaur use Flicker, and the XP laner falls for Iconic Crew. That was a very bad trade. Kufra jumping out with the Tyrant's Revenge. Doesn't manage to get the kill on the Vexana still. Minotaur is just harassing that Faramis. They can't do much about it. Guinevere jumping, gets pulled by Faramis. She misses her spatial magic. A lot of very bad mishap plays from Team Iconic Crew so far. They already have a 600 gold difference. The XP laner has a level 4 difference. Yu Zhong is a very good player right here. He has the Petrify ready to go jump on the Nolan, who doesn't have the Purify on his ultimate again. The Cloud is forced to back out. The Ixia is going to get a lot of tower gold. Kufra is looking for a big jump on the Guinevere. He does get it. Tyrant's Revenge comes out. And King Kore slays the Guinevere. Yu Zhong with the dragon form. King Kore gets a retribution off. And we're going to see Baby Irie getting slain out by Yu Zhong. That was a very good team fight for Team Iconic Crew. They got the lead back up again. That retribution coming in from King Kore doesn't have the retribution, but he has the retribution skill in his head. CC is just baiting out the Yu Zhong, doing a lot of damage. He's playing to his weak side. We're seeing the Nolan going for a probable tower dive with a Fracture. He's looking for a nice dive, and he gets the kill on Yu Zhong. Actually, King Kore claims. Top lane still looking to get a lot of pressure on Drake. Man, this is a very nice game. Violent Requiem goes off on the CC, gets a kill under the tower. Nolan couldn't do anything to save her. Man, Karti still rotating a bit too early for my liking. He's maybe looking for a jump on the Minotaur, and he does get it. He doesn't use a Tyrant's Rage. And he does use it. Tyrant's Rage comes out. Is the Minotaur able to get out? Yes, he is. The Ixia maybe could have capitalized on that mishap from the Kufra. Maybe go for an early play, an early kill. But still, not enough. We're seeing Danzi move towards the top lane, getting a bit more farm in. He gets the Little Wanderer again, getting a bit ahead of the enemy jungler. Rotation-wise, the builds are looking pretty nice. Kufra is going for the Molten Core, and the game is looking pretty basic. In the bot lane, which is interesting, this is going for an early Radiant Armor. Kufra is charging up his jump, he dashes towards the tower. There is 3 in the top lane, 4 for Team Iconic Crew. The Vexana is slowly making her way there. She has the Death Guard, who's going to make a lot of trouble for Team Iconic. King Pei is getting poked out, and the bot lane there is a bit of a scuffle going on, but nothing too major. We're seeing the Yu Zhong just trading blows, the CC getting a lot of HP back from his spell vamp. Nothing much you can say. And CC gets killed almost by the Yu Zhong. She does manage to slay her. The Petrified Furious Dive combo I was talking about. A lot of silence going on around. Nolan is going to fall. No, he doesn't fall at the hands of the Guinevere. Guinevere is going to fall instead of the hands of Karti. Big play coming from Iconic Crew. 1-for-1 trade. But still, Yu Zhong goes in with a Dragon for Minotaur, flickering on Minotaur Rage. A kill on the Faramis secured by RMQT. A lot of damage from that Yu Zhong Tyrant Rage into the tower, but not enough to make the Yu Zhong falter off. You can see that the Nolan is slowly making his way towards the turtle, but still he's unsure because his tank is extremely low HP. Yu Zhong and the Ixia has swapped lanes, so a lot of zoning from the Yu Zhong coming in. But still, there is a 1 level difference between the junglers, so a good retribution for Nolan is going to be game changing right here. Yuzhong getting pulled out by Faramis. Nolan trying to go in. He misses the retribution as Miski gets it. That was a good play, seeing the mid lane getting put pressure on a lot. Drake almost falls hand of Ixia. She doesn't use her full barrage yet. King Pace moving slowly towards the bot lane, maybe to get early knock-up on the Claude, waiting for him to rotate there, giving a lot of vision in the jungle especially. And this is a fairly close game. Iconic Crew can make a comeback, but still, they don't have an answer for the Guinevere. Even so for the Minotaur. Purify can work, the Faramis could work, but it's not enough. Cloud is merging his way properly. Karti is getting a lot of vision, a lot of information, probably jumping on Misu. He misses the jump. Vexana is making her. We're going to see the Minoran Rage coming through right now. Cloud forced to back off. Karti forced to flicker. Will he manage to get out of the fight? No, he doesn't. That was a wasted information there. Guinevere, being pinned the tier 1, tier 2 turrets, dies in the hands of Danzi under the turret. A big fail coming from the Guinevere. Even so, the Cloud is melting the Minotaur almost. He just needs that Demon Hunter sword and that golden stuff to capitalize on the damage of Cloud. RMQT is moving towards the mid lane for a fight, maybe to look to jump on the Faramis. Ryu is getting poked at the Nolan manages to get out from the hands of Yuzhong. Blazing Red goes through, a lot of kills coming the Cloud's way. He managed to melt out. Full barrage comes through. King Kore is getting melted out on that CC. And falls the hands of Mizu. Yuzhong went in for a second dive. Falls at the hands of Baby Ivory. Man, that was a pretty nice teamfight in the middle right there. But still, a lot of wasted potential from the Yuzhong. He engaged a bit too early for my liking. He went in the fight with 1 HP again, just giving them a free 100, 200 gold. But right now, Kart is camping the top lane. Mitsu is alone on the turret, but we're seeing slowly the Guinevere and the Minotaur making their way there. Dre getting pelted out by the Ixia, forced to use the clone technique. He managed to get out the Purify Blazing Dead, but it doesn't escape fully. Fracture coming in from Nolan, Minion Rage going through. Another full barrage melting down the Nolan and the Faramis. The Faramis forced to use the Nedrian, but it doesn't manage to escape with it. Man, this is a nice game. That's a free turtle for the side of Ascendo EU. Bot lane won by the Yuzhong in the meanwhile. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice so far. King Kore is getting poked out, jumped by the Guinevere. Violent Ricken going through Vengeance, saves him, but not enough for the damage of Vexana. Karti jumps on the Minotaur, maybe to bait out an ultimate, but doesn't manage to do it, so he doesn't have the Tyrant's Rage. No ultimates almost from the side of Iconic Crew beside the Cloud. Cloud can go maybe behind a bit of the waves and clear fully, then teleport back, but still. A lot to be expected. Nolan clearing the bot lane. RMQT is forcing out a bit of the Nolan skill set. Mitsu melting down Karti. Karti forced to flicker out. That's... Man, this is looking like a complete domination from Ascendo EU. The draft difference is pretty big. Damn, that first blast from Vexana doing a lot of damage both on Faramis and Drake. Top lane getting slowly pushed by Ixia. Mid lane getting cleared by Yuzhong. The Kufra is looking for a jump, managed to get one stun on the Minotaur, gets pulled under the tower, but Minotaur manages to escape. He still has the flicker and ultimate as well. Big damage. Yuzhong with the dragon form goes through. Big knockup coming in from the Minoan Rage. Kufra goes back in, gets cursed out by Vexana. Vexana with a Death Guard gets a double knockup. And a big ultimate coming in from Mitsu. Full barrage, just doing the best it could at capitalizing on that big stun range of Minotaur and Vexana as well, combined with the Guinevere knockups. Man, that was a big fight. And right now, Team Ascendo EU is waiting to capitalize on the fight they won to get at level 1 Lord, maybe to just push the inner outer turrets. Man, that was a pretty bad team fight for Team Iconic Crew, but gold difference between the junglers is not that big. Still, only 400. But they can't do much. The retribution level is up by 1. Guinevere has a full team. And they're just going to look to push top lane. Maybe get bait out the fight. Yuzhong is slowly moving there, but he's not that stupid. He's going with a 4-man team. Team of Iconic Crew forced to recall back to defend the base. Drake a bit late on that recall. And right now, I think Team Iconic Crew has a big chance to defend with a Cloud in the team, but he doesn't have the Purify up yet. The Faramis as well doesn't have the Purify, so one good stun from the Vexana or the Guinevere and that's over for them. Nolan just getting his Malefic roll slowly, getting his build up. The Taiwan Lord charging to the tower card, he misses the flickers on air, Mino and Rage goes through, gets 3 people. Big damage from the full barrage, Ryu with the Death Guard. A lot of damage, Cloud trying to clear the lore with a blazing duet, but not enough. And that's going to be a game number 1, I think, finished by Team ASCENDO EU. Dragon form, Yuzhong coming slowly, Petrify on the Cloud. Big damage on the next, and that's going to be game number 1 towards Team ASCENDO. Man, that was a pretty nice game, but still, you could almost tell from the draft that Team Iconic Crew didn't have an answer for neither the Guinevere or the Minotaur, so that's just a big gap. The Ruby could have been picked out, the Diggy could have picked out, it was shown, but still, it was not picked. It's a big mistake in the current meta of CC. Still, King Core did his best, he was playing extremely well. Also, Drake was playing very well, but not enough to capitalize on the team combination of ASCENDO. They had a lot of dive, a lot of engage, a lot of tankiness. The Guinevere, Yuzhong, Minotaur, all of them tanky. Iksha from the behind with a lot of damage from the full barrage. Vexana with an annoying Death Guard that just spawns the middle and knocks up everyone. The Cursed Blast. And yeah, nothing much to be said, but the Nolan was a pretty decent pick here. But I was opted out for, as he showed, a Martis, even maybe a Lancelot to go for that Iksha in the back or the Vexana in the back. Or even a tank jungler like Krillin, which was recently buffed, so another frontliner for Claude.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to match number 2, ASCENDO EU versus Iconic Crew. As you saw, game 1 went to ASCENDO. I wasn't able to cast because I just, I had some stuff to do. And today I'm here alongside Zakoda. Hello, Zakoda, again.
Hello, Hockey, but Hockey didn't have anything to do, he's just lazy and he just woke up. So, he's making a lot of excuses right now.
I mean, I could have casted as soon as I woke up, but it's gonna sound pretty goofy.
I mean, can't be worse than it already is.
Yeah. Anyways, we have from the side of Ascendo here. They're banning the Hanzo, targeting Danzy here, knowing that he's the Hanzo one trick here. I mean, if you check the rest of the Crown Leagues of Iconic, you pretty much know they love that Hanzo. Though I'm still surprised that there's still Matilda and Bert's open, and if you played against Iconic a lot, you know that's something. You know, like,
Always on the way.
Corey
Your
goes in with a
team is
Barrett and has a
banning.
Matilda, but they're taking it out since Matilda is such an amazing rotation pick. They don't want to give it out as well, knowing the threat that could go, like, if they give Matilda here, the threat from Matilda herself is more than enough to dominate an early game. So let's
Do
see
you
here.
want to
Let's
make
see here. The
friends with
Nana
Nana?
taken
Your
out
team
here
is
by the
banning.
side of Ascendo.
Man.
And what do you think they're gonna prioritize here for the side of Ascendo?
Well, I was just gonna say that Hanzo is a pretty racist bot if you think about it, because Team Iconic Crew is Romanian and it's denying the hero that
Speed
steals.
of the plus
So,
team is banning.
if you think about it, yeah. But I was just gonna say the Joy, probably another marksman like the carry. We seen it was pretty much banned in the first game, and probably the Guinevere.
I mean, yeah, I guess Guinevere was a big threat, so probably carried.
The Guinevere would work out. The Ruby would work out. There's a lot of picks that could get banned right here. Even the Diggy.
I mean, the Diggy, yeah. Both roamers are still open, so could be a Diggy, could not be a Diggy, could be something else, maybe something a target unexpected.
Probably going
But there,
even a
there is a lot of
Maiden.
options on the table though, and it is a
Your
fair
team
miss.
is banning.
Huh. I mean, it was picked last game, but it
To
didn't do
live is
that
to
well.
trick
Deserve a
the
ban, I would say.
reaper.
But still, maybe,
I've been waiting
Maybe
for
they
too
have
long.
a draft in mind, and fairness is one to, annoy that a bit. So quite understandable here, but we still have a Diggy, a Mino, a CC, an Arlot, a lot of stuff
Ruby,
open.
Guinevere.
Ruby, Guinevere, Ixia. So there's still a lot of things open here. That's a really tough.
Phase.
And
There's a lot of things that have to be thought about.
yep, if you were to take Diggy here on the first pick, they still have a Kaja open on the table, and they can still go Arlot to poke the Diggy out.
Horology is my class.
And
Diggy is my
as
name.
as we say here,
The Diggy gets picked out, the early bird gets picked up, and we're going to see a Guinevere getting showed here and picked into a Diggy. That's a bit of a weird thing. But still, we're waiting for Team Iconic Crew to do a nice comeback story here. Maybe we're going to see a Ruby getting picked out, as I said. That's a lot of CC, but still, maybe to bait out the Ruby. Even a Barra technically would work. But a lot of things could be picked here, which possibly could turn the game around. Bait out the Digga, the Barats, even XP jungle. Maybe go for something like a Tigreal Roam to bait out for him as well. Just like they did in M3, that team, the Turkish team and Blacklist.
hello, am I cutting?
Light me up and watch the world
Your team is
burn.
picking.
And
Alright,
it's going to be an Xborg. Nice, I mean, it's a nice pick.
an export coming in. I would say that's a pretty early export pick, not gonna lie.
Yeah, but Iconic Crew draft has been pretty weird, leaving the Diggy, the Ruby open, and picking a Guinevere.
I mean, the Guinevere is solid. They could have backed up with like a Kaja to Franco pick for the Diggy.
I will choose my own
But
path.
looks like for the side of us, Ascendo here, getting in the Arlot and possibly thinking of the Ruby now, that's one beefy draft if you tell me.
I mean, it could be probably a Diggy Mage. It could be possible. Anything could happen, it's Europe after all.
No more.
That's
Your
true,
hero
but looks
has
like
come to
Mizo
the
will be
rescue.
taking the Claude for himself here, as he is pretty comfortable on the Claude, so let's see how he's gonna play this out, especially against the Guinevere and an upcoming roamer that possibly may or may not have a knockup.
Here I think maybe Grok could do pretty well to cancel out the Arlots and even a Grok jungle,
Falling stars
if
tell
you
us
hear me or
your
not.
team
Because
is
the
banning.
Grok jungle is viable in this draft right here, and we're going to see a Novaria getting picked out.
I've
Novaria would
seen,
claim.
to be
Waiting.
honest.
Uh, it's a lot of drafting issues right now, I think, for Team Iconic Crew. A knock-up hero into a true damage hero into a long-range kind of burstish heroes. But yeah, we're probably looking at a jungler ban, I would say. You could ban a Nolan, you could ban maybe a Baratal to counter that Univer, maybe even ban a mid laner like Valentina to not steal the ultimates of Xborg or the Astral Echo of Novaria.
Upon the edge.
And it's going to be the Nolan getting banned out.
Nolan getting banned instead. I'm surprised that Aurora is still open, even though yeah, she did get nerfed. The Frigid Glacier is just stronger than ever still.
Yeah, it's an annoying ban. She can just tower dive. She is based on magical power. The more magical power she has, the longer the CC is. So if you have a full build, Aurora is going to stun the tower or the enemy heroes for as much as 100% is equal to, I think, 0.5 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a pretty nice, and it's going to be a Bruno ban actually. I mean, it's a pretty big counter to Claude, but that still leaves the Noland, the Brody, and I would even dare to say a Layla maybe. We saw Arcus Skylar. You know, could be possible, and it's going to be a Lilia ban. She's an aggressive Mei, so the team Ascendo is probably thinking about, maybe we're going to have an aggressive draft with the Xborg jungle or the Winniver jungle. So an aggressive draft with the Novaria for giving vision for an invade maybe in the early and so on. But I would say that Team Ascendo needs to ban out maybe a jungle. I would say maybe even a Frederain would work out. Or along the line, something that has a bit of CC, even a baiting thing. Maybe a Minnow, maybe a Tigreal. So I'm going to be the Broly actually. Another counter to Claude. We're still seeing Drake showing the big Johnson. Fun joke. I'd love to see maybe what's an Nathan work here nicely. And it's going to be the Frederick I was talking about. Still a frontliner tank into a 3-fighter meta. But Alpha is getting shown, Sicilian is getting showed. Alpha could work versus the Frederick tier because of the true damage he's capable of doing. But still, it's a lot of disengaging. I mean, the Arnold could work, a Bars would work very well here. I would say something like Sicilian team, maybe even a Martis. What do you think, Hockey?
Mortis is definitely a solid pick, and knowing that they still can't get an Xborg since Iconic took that for themselves, they have to come up with something here now. Maybe possibly a Marksman jungle, which is pretty rare in some occasions, but Mortis also is here up on the table, and so is Barrett's. And it looks like a Mortis Vixana coming in from Adam and Ryu here, which are two solid picks here.
There is the Layla I was talking about, eh?
Eh? Drake is thinking about it.
The Nathan. I mean, the Nathan is a pretty good pick here, a good disengager. If the Martis or the Arnold decides to jump him just under the tower, maybe on a gang with a final slash, you can just push them out and say, nah, I don't want to get hit today. I can just teleport away. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, a pretty solid draft coming in from the side of Iconic and Ascendo. I'm pretty excited about this match. We'll see a 2-0 or third match. I'll see you during the match. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Match number 2, Iconic versus Ascendo EU here. Let's see how this match is gonna play out. As for the side of Iconic, they have quite a beefy draft, and so does Ascendo as well, covering themselves with a Mortis, Diggy, and an Arlott here. So I'm pretty excited about this one. What do you think? How do you think this game is gonna go?
Well, I would say the draft of Team Ascendo has a lot of anti-CC immunity, the Martis. the Cloud with the Purify, the Arlot with his second skill, and the Diggy with the ultimate. That's a lot of anti-CC immunities. But still,
That's
what's weird is the Novari with the flame shot. I was thinking maybe she could go steal the buffs,
I
but
mean,
that
she's
does
looking
not.
for it. Irie is thinking.
I don't think she has the vision on it.
She
Ah, a bit too
doesn't.
late.
Pretty unfortunate here. Looks like an Astro Recall coming in from Irie here to clear and possibly going for an early gank here on the bottom lane, on the gold lane here. But Kinpicky is there just in time to provide vision and make sure Mizu doesn't get hurt. There it is. It looks like Spatial Migration coming in from Cardi. Are pressuring Kinpicky here, trying to get a kill. Oh, almost. A flame shot coming in with the first blood. Irie gets the first blood for the game for the side of Iconic here, taking Kinpicky out ever so easily. Not even the Flicker can get him to escape here. And it's the pressure still on.
The
But
Arnold forced to flicker out of the tower. The Xborg also flickers after him. He
oh,
loses
Faraga
shield.
armor out. Looks like Kure is in trouble as the Decimate is ready. Mortal Coil and doesn't even get them decimated. Just takes him out immediately.
Man,
This is a roam for an XP here trade, even though they could have also gone the gold lane for the side of Iconic here. But Mizo has his positioning straight and knows when to play safe here, so that's pretty good play from him. For a turtle here though, I don't think Iconic can do much here, especially against a Arlot, a Vixana, and a Martis. Something that you don't want to mess with, and Time Journey is acquired by Kenpeki here. He does have what he needs for this fight. Astro Echo coming in alongside a jump coming in, Spatial Migration from Cardi will have to get out. Time Journey popped, Final Slash coming in from him, still going for the backline. Last Insanity coming in as well, Cardi taken out. SO is RMQT here by Danzy, and looks like it is a roam for an XP trade here. Astro Recall coming in from Baby Ari, but does not hit anyone, unfortunately. What a fight.
even so, Miller in the fight, the Nathan is pressuring the goal lane, he's pressuring Miso so much with that entropy. He just has it every like 26 seconds, he can just go under a tower, go out whenever he wants. A lot of damage coming in. The Digi with his time bombs just plaguing every bush attempt. Someone knocks in there, they're not careful, they're going to die, there's nothing they can do. We're seeing RMQT is just trying to zone them out.
Irie is in trouble as the Red Tree coming in from Adam, and Irie, I don't know if you saw this, but the time bomb on Irie here just forced her to go back.
Yeah, just Digi is just a menace. Just plants the bombs. If you're not careful, you don't have enough vision from the rumor provided, it's going to be almost like a deathwish if it just spams the bushes in the goal lane, the mid lane bush, the single bush. A lot of Diggy could just be everywhere and anywhere. He's just an annoying character to deal with.
That's true.
But both of the mages get the book right now at the same time. Pretty nice timing for both of them. Navaria just has to hit once or two Ashar recalls on the Claude, and that is just going to force him to recall, even on the Diggy. That's a forced recall for them.
There it is, but unfortunately, since it's just 4 minutes, not much a Nova can do here apart from go for the Astro Echo. Adam is in trouble, gets out with the Mortal Coil. Almost got caught there by Dance, but never mind. Special Migration coming in alongside Violet Requiem, but Time Journey popped. Mortal Coil still coming in, looking for the Decimate. Does get out though, unfortunately doesn't get it. Blazing to Wet and Entropy at the same time, a 1v1 between the marksmen here, but not much happens as the Flicker comes out from Gore here, avoiding that final slash within just the hint of a second. Spatial Migration from Cardi does not hit anyone, almost gets punished here actually. And the Astro Recall is prepared by Baby Irie, does miss, gets it in between Kid Picky and Mizu, and Rio is coming in a bit too late as the party is already over in the bottom lane here.
Dakin is moving towards the top.
Yeah. On the top side we have Edem on RFQD against Kure and Daz here. I think they are looking to just clear this as fast as they can and go for another turtle.
I don't think the Arlot is going to commit to a full rotation. Considering the Xborg is going to have to be like kept there or breaking his shield before he rotates.
They should have like cut the lane beforehand. That would have been pretty convenient for them. But Arlot, like I said, he is going in. A Special Migration coming in alongside the Astro Echo and a Flicker coming in from arm, trying to get the backline here and doesn't, unfortunately. Still misses that final slash, but Dance is caught in a bit of a predicament here. Does get out safely though.
It's a one level difference between the junglers and Tates. An execution can come from Vexana with her skill 1. The Mars can execute as well with his skill 1. That's pretty much a one retribution for them. But still the Fredrin with his Appraiser Wrath can do 1000 damage beside his retribution.
Yeah.
It's still zoning. You need zoning. They don't have a lot of zoning, like a zoning mage like Vexana. Vexana, if you stay safe, she has her ultimate active. That's a lot of damage from that Death Guard.
I mean,
But
they
still.
do have the X-Borg for zoning, but X-Borg is getting out-rotated by RMQD here. Unfortunately, Corey couldn't do much about it. Since for the side of Iconic, they're down in 2k farm. Looks like a engage coming in, but unfortunately, Ryu survives and Dancy tries to escape. Looks like he's looking in for the Decimate. Does get one, goes for the backline. As you can see, Adam here goes for another Decimate, and unfortunately for Drake is taken out as well. So is Cardi.
I mean, I think that was the fault of Drake. He engaged with Entropy to try to break the turret, but after that he didn't have anything else. Even if Dig used the ultimate, he couldn't do anything to counter it. I mean, Fredrin was there, he could have taunted, but still, Dig ultimate, it's going to be a lot of zoning with it.
Yeah?
You can't do much to it, actually. You need the suppressor, like maybe Franco, maybe get a Kaja. Nothing else you can do against it. I'd rather you burst him down before a teamfight with the burst mage, but they have enough Varia here. So, not a lot of bursting going on around.
I mean, she still works in some ways, but I wouldn't say the best. Though for the Kaja pick is probably most preferred, or the Franco here, thanks to Kid Picky.
Even a Valentina would have worked here for Team Iconic Crew. The Diggy, just copy the alt, go in. That's it.
Yep.
Team title. And Valentina has a very versatile kit. You can get the Mars' destination, you can get the Blazing Duet to clear a wave, maybe. You know, there's a lot that could work for them.
Let's see here, as both teams are preparing for the turtle here. Ascendo is already in position, they're just waiting for Kinpiggy to come through, but I don't think they even need him, as Mizo, special migration coming in, but does use the Purify, taking out Carti ever so ever, and looks like the Blazing Duet coming in on Corey. Corey does use the Flicker, but is it enough to get him out from Ryu here? And it is, he does escape just in time, as they actually don't continue the turtle, they instead let it go to Lord. And Adam is looking to get another level before the Lord so he can have a safer way of securing it and a better retry.
Even saw that Nathan is in the bottling stuck with the Arlot, and the Guinevere just died at the hands of Carti, but at Mizo, I mean. But still, that's a lot of things coming out from
Trouble is trying to use Energy Eruption to get cooldown, does miss. Unfortunately, Decimate coming in from Adam here alongside the Time Journey pop from Kinpeki, and they take out Danzy here. Oh, a Flicker coming in from Kinpeki. Tries to get someone to pull back, but doesn't do, unfortunately, and I think that was just a waste of a Flicker here.
I mean,
a bit of taunt.
A bit of taunt, exactly. But still, there is a 3-level difference and the jungler is dead. Even if he was alive, I don't think he would have done a lot. The Guinevere maybe tried to go for a jump for Adam, but no. Does not come in. The Diggy was there, a bomb would come out and just chase her out.
Mizo taken out here. It is Kurei picks up the kill as the Spatial Migration, the Violet Requiem just finishes off alongside the Astro recall coming in from Irie. I don't think Mizo did something here, he just got himself killed for no reason.
He was being a bit greedy. A bit overextended a lot. I mean, that could lead to a downfall of a game if not carefully.
Yeah,
like
Astro Echo coming in from Irie and is looking to get an Astro recall on Kinpeki here, but knowing that there's no vision on 2 bushes over there, she can't really get close to do that.
Still, Kinpeki forced to recall away, get some mana back, get some HP back, but still down, maybe trying that from the top lane. The Arlo still has the final, so she could pretty much almost belt him down if the Arlo will the damage. Like, we've seen it, could happen, probably will not this game.
Yeah, they kinda do need some beefy draft, because I wouldn't consider X-Borg tanky. Once his Feraga armor is out, he's practically useless in some way.
I mean, the armor is a lot of armor. And
yeah,
when he loses it, he maybe has immortality, he can respawn it almost half back up. He just does a lot of lifesteal with his War Axe, and that's him back up.
Astraku coming in as a big fight coming in. Entropy popped by Drake. Here's bursting down. Kinpeki is dead though. Kinpiki gets Astro recalled and taken out in the midst of chaos here, and I didn't even get to see that.
Man, an Astral Liquor and he doesn't even have to recall back to base. That's a win-win.
I mean, I guess so.
But still,
And
iconic.
pretty.
Can
They
turn this
did get
around.
some pushes, but the Lord didn't do much for the side of Ascendo here. Looks like they do have to do some wave management up for the next Lord.
Man, what I think is really is the emblem of Marty's killing spree. I mean, it works, but why not go for a quantum charge for faster rotation? I mean,
Is possibly looking to get like those chained decimates.
I don't think in the later game it works that much better. If he did a skill one, maybe he could have slain. A bit too late.
Almost. Looks
Our
like
Lord-
RMQT is gonna take out the Faraga armor here and does successfully, and a flicker comes in from Corey to get out from that final slash.
Next time, I guarantee you that RMQT is going to flicker forward and he's going to realize the export doesn't have the flicker back, so he's just going to miss again. It would be funny to see, but
And
hey,
we've seen a lot of final slash misses actually during the Crown League, so this is a big chance of another clip.
it would be nice if we had the counter in the top right. How many fire slashes were missed? Oh my God, Kartik!
Ooh! Time bombs almost taking Cardi out, forcing him to go back.
Imagine if the Biggie had the damage emblem.
I mean, or maybe had one more bomb in there. That would have been it for Cardi.
Even a burn. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
But looks like Mizu is
Mizu.
caught in a really bad position. Has to use Purify. Is trying to escape, but Energy Eruption stops him, and a bit of taunting from Dance here taking out Mizu. Though for the Lord here, they are iconic, are closing in. Time Journey pop, third division by Adam comes in, as so as a Monster King coming through with a Decimate double kill, going in for a triple, does not kill Corey with a Decimate, but will be getting the triple for himself here, as Drake unfortunately is taken out by Rio here, and Ascendo dominates this fight, and so winning the red tree as well under that pressure.
I would say that's a pretty smart play from Mitsu. He forced the Frederick to use the retribution as Eden was taking the Lord. I mean, that was a pretty bad misplay from Iconic Crew. Just after wrong play at the right time, I would say, for Mitsu.
But yeah, that's I didn't think of that, but yeah, pretty good from Mizu here to just distract and waste some resources for Fred here. So pretty well played for him, to be honest. I didn't think of that.
I think it was the Astral Echo, the Energy Eruption, just a lot of skills being used on him.
That's true. Ooh,
Final
final
slash.
slash Liquor coming in as a 3-bet, taking Dracoray and Danzian, and Danzian is caught in trouble as he's taken out by Mizu. Backline, Adamski with the Decimate is being a bit too ruthless with it as he takes out Drake. Ooh, last Insanity Flicker coming in from Corey, taking out RMQT and Kempiki, but will be dying in the process in the hands of Mizu here. And this could be the end. Spatial Migration coming in from Cardi does miss Mizu and might be in trouble here, and he is taken out by Ryu here with the Terrify and the skill as well. And Flame Shot coming in, almost taking out Mizu. Mizu just dodges everything in time, is looking to end the match, but instead will be pushing here instead, get some HP back to his emblem. And that's it. That's a 2-0 for the side of Ascendo here. GG.
Man, pretty fast games. I think it was just a big draft difference coming from Ascendo. They pick obvious stuff and they pick the obvious counter and it works for them. But Iconic Crew doesn't pick the obvious bans or picks and just lets them counter them.
Yeah.
Almost fully. The Martys, the Diggy, the Arlot, even the Cloud.
I mean, I would say their biggest blunder here is the Guinevere pick. And, well, X-Borg pick, it is good. I would say it would have been better here, especially on the jungle, because it's not, it wouldn't be that effective against a Diggy or a Martist in that case. And what messed them up really is that the lack of CC they had. Even though their draft does have a lot, thanks to having CC immunity, which is Arlot, like I said, Arlot, Martis and a Diggy, messed up Iconic really badly here.
I mean, still, even if they, I don't see the Frederick working out here as well. He has the taunting effect from his energy eruption, but that's not enough.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Though it is 2-0 for the side of Ascendo. I hope you guys enjoyed this match. I did. So is Zakoda here. Thank you, Zakoda, for casting. And I will see you next time.
Bye bye.